YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here to talk about Landon Collins and his recent comments that he made on the John Keim podcast of ESPN, and obviously we know John Keim as being a Washington Commanders insider. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video, but before we do, make sure you go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders when I upload. Let's get straight into today's video. First, guys, how good does it feel outside, man? You know what I'm saying? It don't even feel like it's February, you know, and it's like 60. It feels good out there, but that was besides the point. But let's get to Landon Collins. So again, he was recently on John Keim's podcast, or had an interview with John Keim, and they obviously was talking about Landon Collins' future and what was it going to look like. So this is what Landon Collins had to say. John Keim of ESPN says that he knows the Commanders want safety/linebacker Landon Collins back, but wants to see if something could be done to make both sides agreeable, or make it agreeable for both sides. Landon is a potential cut candidate this year, as his contract allows an out that could save Washington nearly $6.6 million towards the cap. So that's that. At first, when I first was about to make this video, I read it wrong. I thought Landon Collins was saying he wants to be back, but he doesn't want to play linebacker. He wants to be, a safety. And I was gonna come on here and be like, nah. But reading that, I think we're gonna keep Landon Collins. I think we're gonna find a way to have him grow and love that position, that new hybrid linebacker position. Because here's my thing with Landon Collins. We know his frustration, and we know he doesn't like being called a linebacker. But the dude was making so many plays at that position. So I really don't understand why he doesn't like it, or it hasn't grown on him yet. Because here's how I'm looking at it if I'm Landon Collins. I don't care if I'm a safety, linebacker, cornerback, defensive end. If I'm making plays, helping my team win, or at least putting my team in positions to have chances to win games, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Landon Collins was getting burnt over top every time, coming down, missing tackles. And this is something that we've been screaming for about 2 years now. When we first signed Landon Collins, we knew he wasn't a coverage and linebacker. It just took Ron Rivera midway point in the season to finally realize, oh, let me put Landon Collins at linebacker, Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio. We've been knew this, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't take rocket science to figure out what a guy can be good at. You know, Landon, I understand. You want to be a safety. You want to be called a safety. I don't care what we call you. As long as you're in the box and you're playing down by the line of scrimmage, you can be called a safety. You can be called a cornerback. Whatever floats your boat. But to just be blunt with it, the Cameron Curl got your spot, bro. That is Cam Curl's spot. You're not getting that strong safety spot back, bro. If that's what you think you getting, and if that's what you want, and you want to play over top, that's never happening again. At least in a burgundy and gold uniform. Cameron Curl is the future. He's clearly better than you. And Bobby McCain, not the biggest Bobby McCain fan, but I would definitely rather have him play free safety next to Cam Curl than you. Or Cam Curl play free safety and you play strong safety. I would rather have their combo than you and Cam Curl. It's okay though, bro. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I would love to find a way to reconstruct his contract, but at this point, what is it really going to do for us besides cutting him? You know, that's the only thing that really is going to change this thing, is if we cut him. Like, if we cut him, we're going to save $6.6 million. But if we just leave it how it is, I mean, it's really no big deal in my opinion. If he's going to be playing the way he played towards the end of the season last year in that hybrid role, and he's going to come out the gate swinging next September, I'm cool with paying him how much we have to pay him. Because we still have one of the best cap situations in all of football with Landon Collins' contract still on the books. And why do you think we're always, and obviously it's because we need a quarterback, but why do you think we're always one of the top teams that are top landing spots for Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and even Deshaun Watson? Because we have the cap and the draft capital to, maneuver and make some things shake. So again, if they reconstruct his contract, I mean, cool. But the only other option I could see them making is cutting him. And I really don't think they're going to do that, because I really think they liked what they got out of Landon Collins last year. Towards the end of the season, when they finally switched him to downhill safety and linebacker role, that they want to see more out of him. And quite frankly, that's what I want too. I hope we find a way to keep him and he thrives at the linebacker role, because then he's going to probably finally realize, hey man, this is my position. This is what I've been missing this whole time, even though we knew that, right? He is probably finally going to click in his head. You guys know, Landon Collins, I was not the biggest Landon Collins fan. I said that he sucked. I said that the reason why I'm so hard on him is because he's making all of this money, probably the most money on the team, and to play like how he did. And once he finally made that switch, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, this is what you should have been doing from the start. But I don't get why he just wants to go back to playing buns, bro. Like, you're bad at coveraging safety, bro. Just enjoy this new role, embrace it, and this is where you're thriving at. This is where you're making your plays at, you know? But again, if Landon Collins isn't here next year, if we find a way to cut him, or if they decide to cut him, or, you know, he's just unhappy with, you know, his positioning and contracts or whatever, we don't find a way to reconstructure it to both sides' liking, now that's another hole we got to fill, you know? Jamin Davis going to be in his second year. Cole Holcomb is going to be one step closer. What is that? What is going to be his fourth year? Just like Terry got drafted in 2019. Going to be his fourth year. He should be getting extended at some point. Probably if not this offseason, at the end of next offseason for sure. But we'll have another hole we have to fix. I like my Landon Collins in the box. I know you guys do too. And I hope we can find a way to keep him. But again, we'll see. You know, both sides have to come to an agreement. Again, my opinion, I wouldn't reconstructure his contract if he's getting, if we're getting the production that we got towards the end of the season last year. I'm not reconstructing his contract. Let me look up how much Landon Collins will be making this season. How much is he due this season? I want to say it's like 15 mil. Oh nah. In 2022, he's due $11 million. So, again, it'll save us $6 million if we, you know, release him. But he's due $11 million, and that's not a lot. You know, maybe it is for a safety hybrid or whatever. But, again, if we're getting the production that we got towards the end of the season last year, I'm totally fine with paying Landon Collins almost $12 million. You know, so let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comment section. Another note came out about Terry McLaurin's contract extension, and Ron Rivera basically said nothing has been made yet of a contract extension for Terry McLaurin and Deron Payne, but that is something they plan on getting done at some point, whether in this offseason or next offseason. So let me know what you guys think about this video down below. As always, it's me, your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hell to the Washington Commanders. Also, cop some merch down below in the description if you want to support the channel. Link store is in the description. I'm out. Peace.